Well, all right, all right, all right, all right. Hello there, my tea sippers out there. It is a glorious, beautiful Wednesday afternoon, and honey, you know what time it is. So, darlings, get all of your crumpets together, baby, because it's time to dish tea, and you are dishing tea with Big Meats. Hey, babies, what's going on? Yes, I know I told you guys last week that I was not going to be in this week. However, circumstances has changed, and I'm here this week, and I won't be in next week, and I'll explain all that later, okay? So, with that, you know, we're doing another Don't Come Out of the Bag Wednesday, and this particular show is going to send us into a frenzy, I hope. I'm going to have this as a panel discussion type conversation, so if you want to join in on the subject, honey, please, 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 I implore you, please call in at 347-205-9183, 347-205-9183, 347-205-9183. Call on in, log in, chime in, because your voice has to be heard on this. The tea room is open, so if you're going to go over there and chat, honey, please dish your tea in there responsibly. It's okay to disagree. Please don't be disagreeable. You know, I don't want you getting upset getting with your computers and threatening to tear up your computers because you don't like how someone has typed something you perceive to be negatively said or interpreted. So dish your tea over there responsibly, please. I will appreciate that greatly. Let me have my disclaimer here because today's show is going to be very explicit. So this show is for mature audiences only. For mature audiences only. Nothing in here today is for children. Okay? And the language and subject matters are not appropriate for children or to anyone who is not mature enough to handle the subject matter. So please, your listening discretion is advised. Okay? Your listening discretion is advised. If you're at work, I'm going to tell you to put your headphones on so that this doesn't disturb your colleagues, because now that sexual harassment is on the rise and carrying on. You know, even if you're not directing the comments to them, if they walk by something and they are offended by what is being said or what they think they've heard, you can be charged with a sexual harassment case. So I'm telling you all this and saying all that so that you can protect yourself. So if you're at work and don't have the capability to put yourself on mute or to make this a privately listened to show, then I will see you guys next week, and you can catch this in the archives when you get home. So having said all that, that's my disclaimer. Now, after this, it's on you, okay? I want to say hello to all of my sponsors, and we really, 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 really have to thank all of them, because without you, I can't do what I do, because I keep telling everybody I'm a one-person show over here, but without my sponsors, honey, I would be a no-man person show. So to Trade Day Management and PR Firm, at Trade Day, enjoy a touch of Southern hospitality with a universal appeal. For all of your public relations and entertainment management needs, contact Trevion Davenport at 678-523-3088. Again, that's 678-523-3088, or email her at tradedaypr@gmail.com. That's tradeday, TREADAY, PR @gmail.com. Also, Pharaoh's Treasure Box, fine art, unique jewelry, and sensational 3D silk floral arrangements. Creations by Taps. For all of your decorative needs, contact Pharaoh's Treasure Box at 248-688-5178 or 5179. Again, 248-688-5178 or 5179. Or email at Pharaoh's Treasure Box at Comcast.net. Again, that's Pharaoh's Treasure Box at Comcast.net. Parisian Wine Productions, music to lighten your spirits and lift your soul, specializing in inspirational and gospel house and dance music. For all of your gospel productions, for that Christian set that you need some good house dance music to that's going to praise the Lord, contact Paris Harrison. He is the CEO and director at 406-7734. Again, that's 347-406-7734. Or email him at paris42268 @yahoo.com. Again, that's paris42268 @yahoo.com. C-Train Productions. You're aboard the right train for all of your entertainment needs with C-Train Productions. Omar Casterly is the CEO and founder. For all of your casting, producing, and production needs, contact Omar at www.ctrainproductions.com. Again, www.ctrainproductions.com. Life Fellowship of Christ Ministries, LIFE, live in freedom everywhere. Life. Reverend James Coleman is the leader and founder of this ecumenical social justice ministry, brought forth to free the oppressed and to introduce a fresh approach to the Christ consciousness. Reverend James Coleman can be reached at mustardcole@yahoo.com. mustardcole@yahoo.com, or you can call him for service information at 313-833-9278. Again, that's 313-833-9278. Also, Icham Vidal Couture. Enjoy high fashion with a luxurious twist. Step into the future with fresh, innovative couture. Designs by Miss Michi DeVale. For more information, contact Michi at 313-996-9807. Again, that's 313-996-9807. Or you could contact Michi on Facebook. Just look up Michi Vidal, Michiee, DeVale, Devale on Facebook. Big Brothers Network, the BBN. Thank you for your support with the first episode edition, being launched this Memorial Day weekend. And it's a new online web magazine designed to show the world the class and style of the debonair man of size. For more information and for advertising rates, contact Big Daddy Tony Brown at Tony@BigBrothersNetwork.com. That's Tony at Big Brothers, BROTHAS, Network.com. Okay, also, ShowtownTV.com, Showtown, SHO-TOWN TV.com, where you are the star. We are not a website, honey. We are internet television. Carlon Regina Dixon is the overseer and the videographer of this organization. If you want to put together your own show, you need a demo reel, or you just need product to put up on your YouTube page or however you want to market yourself, ShowtownTV.com is the place to be. Once again, Showtown TV, SHO-TOWN.com. Wait a minute, I did that wrong. SHO-TOWN TV.com is the place to be. Carlon Regina Dixon, you can catch her on Facebook as well. Just look up the name Carlon, Carlon, Regina, Regina, Dixon, Dixon, on Facebook, and you can network with her there. Okay? Now, I've gotten all that out of the way, and I sound a little that way, children, because like I said, I had canceled today's show. However, because of my other gig falling through for me, I had to put this together because I didn't want to leave you guys hanging. So, with that, we are all here and making it happen, okay? So, now let me start here first, because before I get into today's topic, you know, this is the whole thing of Don't Come Out of a Bag. And there is this new video that's up on YouTube. It is hidden everywhere. It just happened, I want to say last night or a couple of days ago. And it is a Seattle police officer. On the video, it shows that he's attempting to make an arrest. It's a white officer. He has a black female. Okay? Now, in this, the female is hollering, "Let me go, let me go, let me go, let me go." Okay? and she's resisting arrest. Now, she has a cousin with her who goes over and now tries to pull the girl away from the cop. She then, what I see, she hits him some kind of way, but she ends up interfering in police business. The police officer then knocks her in her face. He punches her in the face. Okay? And a lot of folks are saying that the police officer is wrong for doing that. Of course, it's being seen, and they've seen this as police brutality and blah, blah, blah. I don't in this instance. Why? Because, number one, he's by himself. Number two, there were 3 people in this gang. It's the 2 girls and there's a guy. The guy did not get involved, but the 2 women are attempting to accost this man, or at least the one is resisting arrest and she's putting up a fight with him. The other girl jumped in. Okay? Now, point blank, if I'm by myself and I got 2 people up on me, hell yes, if you come up on me, I'm going to knock the fuck up out of you if you hit me. And that's exactly what he did. And it immobilized her because she did not go back after him because he's still trying to arrest the other girl who's still resisting. Now, in the video, she's slamming her on the car and this, that, and the other, and you hear the crowd hollering, you ain't got to slam her like that, blah, 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 blah. And maybe if this were a calmer situation, I would understand that because I've been slammed on top of a police car myself. However, in this particular case, I'm on the cop side. Now, y'all may disagree. However, I am on the cop side. And she shouldn't have stood up there and got into it. Now, I don't know. It doesn't show why or anything. All we see on this tape is where it comes in at that point where he's got the one girl and he's got her by the arm wanting to handcuff her, and she's resisting and pulling and snatching and flying and all of that. So, yes, and it's going to be very interesting because I'm on the cop side this time. What are your thoughts on it, children? Please, don't be scared, honey, because, this here is what this is all about. I want to hear you guys. All right? So that's the first thing. The second thing, what's up? How do you guys feel about, everybody's trying to get on President Obama right now because he said, I got to find out whose ass I got to kick. And he said the word ass. Ooh, and so now, since he didn't, since he didn't say it all angrily like some angry black man, I'm beat your ass and, getting all gangster, the American public seemed to think, number one, that it was uncalled for, and then some folks seem to think that it's too late or it's a little too late for him to show emotion. What are your thoughts on that? Hell, at this particular point, my thing is, look, leave the man alone. He got this great big old huge crisis to deal with that been dumped into his lap. He been asking the experts. The experts keep saying that they can do this, and every time they said they can do it and attempted to try, it doesn't work. So now, after going to them and going to them and going to them, because apparently the efforts are futile, then what? Because it seems that nobody knows what to do. So how in the hell are you going to be upset with the president because he don't know what to do with this situation? Okay, I find it appalling that they want to dump this on his shoulders and make him the culprit when BP is the culprit. So that there is that. What are your takes on that as far as the president is concerned? And, do you feel he need to come out of the bag? Are y'all ready to see him get gangster and become part of South Chicago where he was the senator for and, basically spent most of his adult life? Are you ready to see him come out of that kind of bag, or what do you want the president to do? Let me hear your thoughts on that. Now, okay, today's show since we are in the spirit of Gay Pride season, June is National Gay Pride Month. Now, for those of you who don't understand, June is National Gay Pride Month, and yet we still have Black Gay Pride celebrations throughout the country, and they happen sporadically. Different months, different times, different cities, and carrying on. But in this Gay Pride season, we're going to tackle another age-old question. Now, this was inspired by a video that I saw on YouTube. The guy's name is Juan Velez. That's the name he's using for this particular piece. I know him as Juan Diego, who is the moderator of King's Place on the Ning Network. And he has an adult toy company, DicksToys.com, where he sells, sexually erotic materials and things and toys, dildos, vibrators, and all the likings to stimulate your sexual energies and your playtime. Now, he put a video up entitled "How to Make Love with a Small Penis." And when I listened to it, I was very impressed because it was very tasteful, in his approach on how to do it. And he basically was saying that if you're not of size, according to what society is deeming as big, and that's anything 8 inches or better, then, he's saying that you have to build your confidence up. And one of the things that sexual partners love in a man is his confidence and his dominance. If you take control of the situation, and as long as you can exude those kinds of things, then no matter what size you are, usually it makes for a better love-making experience, or simply put, it just makes for better fucking. Because if you're tricking, then, it is what it is. However, being an openly gay man myself, we tend to run into these areas where everybody want to talk about size, and that goes across the board. Gay, straight, bi, tri, trans, clans, it doesn't matter. Everybody sits up there, and we have these myths and fallacies about size. Some say I can't do nothing if it ain't 10 inches or better, baby. I don't want to be bothered. Some say, honey, that's too much. All I could do is burp that motherfucker and put it over my shoulder or whatever, because he ain't touching me. But why does size matter? Okay? And do we really know why? For those of you who are, for the sake of societal's definition, less than adequate, and I'm saying that because if you're under 8 inches, because 8 is considered to be big, 8 and better, if you are under that, did you find yourself to be insecure about it? Or do you exude the confidence and know how to work with what you got? And here's a question that I always had that I wanted to ask folks. Why is it that you mad at the person for his appendage? He didn't have nothing to do with that. So how come y'all don't take it to the source? So how come you don't get mad at God about that if that's the case? Why does the person who is below average or whatever, why do they have to suffer the brunt of your malice and your dissatisfaction, and your mean-spirited conversation out of something that they had no control over? I want to somebody speak to that for me, please. All of you bitches out there that want to sit up there and criticize these children. Oh, you ain't got no tick. What you gonna do with that little bitty old thing, honey? Is that child size? And all of the things that the kids go through. Why do you criticize and put all the onus on the person he has no control over that? So I want to really, if you out there, and you know you out there, don't be scared, honey. Come on and call on in. The number is 347-205-9183. Again, 347-205-9183. When you call in, press the number 1, honey. That way I got your hand up in my call queue, and I know you want to say something. So there is that. So also, here's another topic that I want us to get into. Still in Gay Pride season, because here's one of the big ones. Because now that you got Mr. Man, now that you have Mr. Man, and you done got dick down, honey, did you stalk him because the sex was good? Huh? Or you want to go out there stalking a man because he done just put it on you, dick you down, honey, and, set up there, he done made everything quiver, okay? Your pussy, your ass, your titty nipples just all jiggly and carrying on, honey. You can't think. Every time you open up your eyes, honey, you cry. Just cry this man's name, honey. When the tears fall from your face and hit the floor, they spell his name out, okay? Do you stalk him for that? Do you sit down and calculate, honey? Do your palms get sweaty? Do you look for him and want to make sure you can have that experience again? Was it really the dick, or are you just lonely and carrying on and don't know how to handle yourself or your emotions? I'm talking to you, Taryn, because I know I'm stepping on some toes right about now. I know I am. So I want to talk about that. I'm going to throw that out there. I'm going to keep throwing it out there at you. Also, now here's another big one. Here's another big one. You are a bona fide gay man, card carrying. Okay, the masculine and feminine has nothing to do with it, honey. You are a card-carrying member, okay, of the Rainbow Children, okay. You done gone to every Black Pride. You done gone to every National Pride. You done had your fair share of bedpost knocks and knots and things and markers, and, you had a number of neighbors who know your name, and you don't even know them because the bitches you've been fucking, honey, have been calling out that name doingly. But here you find yourself in a position where you become attracted to a woman. What does that mean? What does that do to you? What emotions come from that? Has it happened to you? And are you honest enough to say that, wow, I'm attracted to you? I'll share a story because I know y'all want to hear this. It's happened to me on a couple of occasions. But what I've had to learn was I wasn't attracted to the girl sexually. I was attracted to everything else. When I started school, college that is, I'm down at Wayne State, and there was this girl who, unbeknownst to me at the time, because I really wasn't looking at her in that manner, she was very friendly. I won't necessarily call her a hoe, because I would just say she was coming into her womanhood, okay? And she was very flirtatious and carrying on. Her name was Deidre. And I know, I see someone on the line, my college girlfriend, how does she know who I'm talking about? We used to all play pool together down at Wayne State in the student union. Deidre was a cocky, strong woman. She didn't take no shit from the boys. I loved the way how she handled herself, and she was ready to step up to her boy. She kind of had that tomboy edge to her, and she was well endowed. She had big old titties to carry on. She was kind of thick in the waist, didn't have much ass, but it was enough. She was hippie, not assy. You know what I mean? And there was something about her that drew me. You know, and I couldn't explain it. And you have to understand, at the time that I was in school, I'm 17, 18 years old, honey. I'm in the height, honey, of all of my fabulousness, honey, because I'm still, this is my pastel color days. This was my booty short days that I would wear to go play pool, so when I bent over the pool table to shoot, you know, folks could see the bottom cheeks of my ass. Plus, I was much smaller then, honey. That's when I was a 38 waist and could do all that. I'm a 54, 56 now, so I can't wear them like that anymore. However, at that time, honey, I didn't know what was going on, and then you have to understand too. You know, I was heavy into my church then, and they were praying for deliverance and this, that, and the other. So when this attraction had happened, I thought, you know, well, the Lord finna get ready to deliver me from this, and Lord Jesus, and yeah. But I found out I was only attracted to her strength. You know, her feminine masculinity is what was carrying me, because, you know, she in a lot of ways she reminded me of my mother, as far as her no nonsense approach to how she handled men. And, you know, I've always been fascinated with females anyway who were strong like that, because, you know, y'all know, honey, Wonder Woman and Storm and Batgirl and the Bionic Woman and Charlie's Angels and shit have always been idols of mine. So anytime I saw a strong woman like that, it always sent me in, because, you know, not that I wanted to sleep with her sexually. You know, as I look back over it, I wanted to emulate her and kind of be like her or whatever, because it was strong. And that's what I found out my attraction was. Now, here's a scarier thought. As I became more comfortable with my masculine self, okay, because I've always liked to express myself, you know, in the feminine, softer side when I was much younger, because I didn't like what masculinity represented. But as I've gotten older and I started to embrace my masculinity, you know, and understanding, yes, I'm a man, I'm born a man, and I never wanted to be a woman, but I just had to embrace those masculine qualities that I was running away from, because, hell, I never ran away from them. They always met me everywhere else. Then I started noticing that, again, not necessarily attracted to the woman sexually, but I did get a sexual glimpse, okay, when I saw a fat ass walking down the street, and I could appreciate the ass. I was like, damn, you know. And then there are moments like today, if I'm in a distance and I see a big old fat ass, if I don't know if it's male or female, yes, it will turn me on. And then once it gets close up on me, I realize it's female. Then I'm like, oh, damn, you know, that kind of thing. So, yeah, so it does happen and it can happen. So I'm throwing that out there to you, because as a gay man, does this mean that I'm going to change or this, that, other? Hell no, it don't mean none of that for me. And I'm wondering who's battling that. Who's out there battling that? You know, do you think that, oh, you know, it's no longer a phase or this, that, and the other? Do you think, you know, that for you this could have some kind of bearing? You know, I want to I want to hear from you. You know, so call in 347-205-9183, 347-205-9183. Now, also, let's see. Let me give you guys the lineup coming up within the next couple of weeks, because what we all know that June is Black Music Month, And I want to make sure that I introduce to you some children, honey. I have the pleasure of meeting Nessie from Frankie and Nessie. She was cool. You know, up close and personal, she was cool. I didn't get all that the stuff that they show on the TV. You know, that ghetto side, the loudness and all that. She was real cool. However, I met her. I met Sherelle. Y'all remember Sherelle? Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday? Yeah. I met her. And then I met, there's a new hip-hop rap group that's coming on the scene. They call themselves TNA, the New Alliance. And also, there's a new pop diva, honey. Her name is Diosa. Oh, isn't that hot? Diosa. In the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be, and I'm going to have a show probably every day to close out Black Music Month, where we're going to highlight these new babies and let you get a taste of their music, let you know what they're all about, and bring forth and introduce you to something new and cultural, okay? And also to celebrate Black Music Month. There's another guy who was just introduced to me. His name is Fully Auto Future. So he's a new guy that's on the scene that done dropped a couple of mixtapes out, and I'm going to be introducing them to you as well. So I want you to keep your ears open and come on out and partake of Black Music Month. For those of you who are in the Atlanta area, Sherelle, along with Alexander O'Neal, yes, they are still together. They're going to be performing on Father's Day up in Stone Mountain. And they are going to be at Hairston's, live at Hairston's. That's at 1273 Hairston Road in Stone Mountain, Georgia. And you need to come on out because, baby, this is going to be a show. Plus, they're going to be taping their live DVD. So for those of you who are big old hams like myself and want to be in the audience, you got to come on down. Okay? So I've said that. And I also want to introduce you to some music that should have been played that didn't play. Did y'all hear the opening song? That was by a group called Crystal from back in 1986. And let's see, I got to get some water. So let me take this time because I'm getting a little dry. It is hotter than the west side of hell here in Atlanta, and this humidity is not playing. But let me play this song while I go get some water, and I'll come right back, okay? Enjoy this. This is called Precious Precious by the same group, Crystal. All right. Precious, precious. Okay, did you like that? I hope that you did. All right, all right. Now, once again, honey, we're going to go through here and let me recap what we're discussing. If you're just joining in, honey, I got to tell you now, honey, this is a very explicit show. So I want to make sure that you understand where I'm coming from because I'm going to get downright and dirty, honey. So if you can handle it, I welcome you to stay. If you can't, honey, I understand, and we'll take it up another time. But you can call in at 347-205-9183, 347-205-9183. And today, honey, does size really matter? If it does, why? If it doesn't, why not? Okay? Do you know how to make love to someone who is not packing that Mandingo-style weapon? Huh? Or if you are not the Mandingo, do you know how to use what you got? Or are you just so insecure that you just fold and crumble? Or if you get it real good, are you stalking the children? Are you one of them that go stalking the kids, honey, because you done got dick down? Or are you just happen to be one of them gay men who card-carrying, bona fide, rainbow children, but yet you find yourself secretly attracted to a woman? Okay? Does it scare you? Does it mean anything? Talk to me, okay? I need you to call in at 347-205-9183. All right? Let's continue on. Oh, my eyes are burning. It's allergy season, and it's really not cute. However, also, let me throw this out there, too. I wanted to hear your comments on the video that I talked about earlier. The police officer, I'm on his side at this particular point. From Seattle, Washington, everybody want to sit up there and say that he should have not hit the woman in the face and this, that, and the other, the way that he carried on. But my whole thing is that heifer should not have walked up on him, and he's trying to arrest the girl. Even though that's her cousin, she walked up on him and threw a punch, threw something and hit him. And he got back at her and knocked her in her face to get, yes. And I think he should have. I ain't mad about it, because it slowed her road, and it got him to doing and dealing with her, the one he trying to arrest. So that's my thought on it. What's yours? Okay? Oh. My face is itching. I'm just having a couple of problems today. The allergy season down here is really not cute. Not cute at all. And everybody burning. Like I said, it's hotter than hell. The humidity is on cremation plus. But that's why they call it the Dirty South. Now, I want to let you know that July 1st is Dishing Tea's anniversary. I'll be celebrating my 1-year anniversary on the air, and I would love for you guys to come on out and to partake of that day. Now, that's not a Wednesday. That's going to be a Thursday, but I'm doing a special show that Thursday. And, in fact, it's going to be a very informative show. We're going to have Miko Evans, who is the CEO of Meek Productions, which happens to be the country's first and only entertainment bureau. It is a talent agency for LGBT, I just bit my tongue, LGBT children who are actors and looking into getting into the entertainment business. So we're going to have him on, and it's going to be a wonderful show. So want you guys to make sure that you come on out on July 1st to celebrate Dishing Tea's 1-year anniversary. And I want you guys to email me your thoughts on where you would like to see the show go in the next season and into the next year. I want to hear what your thoughts are so that we can continue to upgrade and upgrade and upgrade, okay? So that there is that. Now, I just had a thought about the whole size thing, because let's take the person who is well endowed, okay, packing for the gods. And girls, y'all know what I'm about to say is too fucking true. Because you find this old 12, 13, 14-inch motherfucker, and you done think you done hit the jackpot, okay? He's suave, he is dynamic, he is lovely, he is wonderful, so you think. But the second you say, okay, I'm going to give him a little bit, he don't know what to do with this big-ass 2x4. And so what do? You know, he's sitting up there going on, just like how pretty people like to go on their looks. Those who got big old dicks, honey, like to sit up there and flaunt the fact that they got a big old dick. So what do? You just sit there and look crazy, okay? And the sex is lame, the sex is boring, the sex is whatever. And yet he thinks because he's the big dog on campus that it's supposed to mean something. So what do you do in that instance, girls? Or guys, for that matter, because there's a lot of children out there who get, fascinated by the size. Now, there are also folks who get fascinated by size and then the look of it. Y'all understand pretty dicks? When the dick just it look like it's just a masterpiece. You know what I mean? It ain't real veiny, but it's enough to let you know it's strong and it's forceful. The color on it is all even toned. You know, when you get it lubricated and all greased up and stuff, it just looks pretty and it looks inviting and it looks like you want to have it. You know, so on that particular end of it too, for those of you who are size children, does that matter? Okay, now, here's another thing about size that I want you to consider. Is it length? Is it girth? Or is it both? I prefer girth over length. Okay. But some of y'all may want both. You know, you want it to be 10 inches and then 6 inches wide. You know, that's a lot. And that hurts. Okay, that hurts. So, what do you do in that particular instance, honey? Okay. And where are my girls at, honey? For the bigger the better. Okay. Ain't nothing too small. There's no such thing as too big. I want to talk to you girls. Where y'all at? To sit up there and give your side of this story, because I want to hear that. Give me a call, 347-205-9183. Now, again, let me go here, because I promised this child I would play this. No, I can't play that either. It's not with the continuity of the show. How about that? Sarah Dash, honey, has a new gospel album out, and now I'm sitting up here talking about sex and fucking and carrying on, honey. And to sit up there and play some gospel music right now will interrupt the whole flow of of the show. Now, how about that? Mm-hmm. But what I will do, let me go here as far as new music is concerned. So I'm doing a lot today. I want to introduce you to new music, talk about these topics and carrying on. I just want you to understand where we are. All right. Well, before I play this, let me go here. I see someone put their hand up and want to chime in on the conversation. Let's go 248-906. 248-906. Hello, caller. How are you? Let us know who you are and where you're calling from, please.
This is Anonymous caller.
Anonymous.
How are you today?
Where you calling from, Anonymous?
from an anonymous location. But I wanted to comment on the police officer and the arrest. I think that he was within his right, certainly, to do whatever was necessary to apprehend who he was trying to arrest. I mean, we don't know the severity of the woman that was being arrested's crime. You know, she could have been wanted for murder. She could have been wanted for strong-arm robbery. We don't know. You know, and the mere fact that she was resisting arrest tells us that it had to be something that she was fearful of doing a long stretch, possibly in prison for. As far as the cousin or friend or whoever she was that went to her aid, I think he was well within his right to do whatever was necessary to prevent her from stopping him from making the arrest. And as a matter of fact, I don't know how the video ended, but it should have ended with both of them going to jail.
Okay, so you haven't seen it yet?
No, I haven't seen it.
Okay, I'm going to invite you to go to my Facebook page because I put it up on my Facebook page. Go to Demetrius Dennis Taylor on Facebook, and I have it up because I'm looking forward for folks to put their comments and things up on the video, because the way it stops, he finally gets the one girl that he was arrested in handcuffs, but it just stops there. This is coming from ComoNews.com, and this happened in Seattle. Okay. So, yeah, I invite you to go there and check out the video so that you will understand what all that it entails.
Thank you very much.
So, yes. So, okay. Was that all that you wanted to share with us today? You didn't have any comments on any other topics?
Well, as far as Obama goes, you were saying, I didn't hear him say the word ass or I'm going to kick someone's ass, but if he said it, then, that's great, because I think that it is time for him to get healed.
Well, I said that's been all on the news. That's been all on everybody's hot topics in everybody's conversation. And that's also on my Facebook page because I put up the entire interview because that's just a sound bite that came from that interview. And that sound bite comes like within the last 2 minutes of a 12-minute interview. And he was...
Well, I always listen to Dishing Tea to get my hot topics.
Oh.
So this is the first time I'm hearing about it.
Well, thank you for that plug, honey. I need to have you do a job, anonymous caller. Okay, you're dishing tea with Big Meat. Okay, but yeah, the question was posed by Matt Lauer, about going to kick some butt, and so Obama answered, and he said, well, when I go down here, it's not like we're at some college, this, that, and the other. Just reciting. He said, I'm going down here to get the best possible information so that I know whose ass to kick. Okay. So he didn't say but, he just went on and just said ass. And the folks just done got irate about it because he said the word ass. Now, earlier in his administration, they said he was just going to be the angry black man, and they were waiting on him to come out and wanted him to do the gangster, this, that, and the other. Now he done said the word ass, and the children, done got all bent out of shape. So,
I think it makes him human.
Yes, I do too.
It makes him human, and that's something that the masses have to understand, that just because we see a person on TV or we see them on the news or we see them in movies, we see them on the stage, we tend to think of them as not being real people. And we tend to bombard them, try to intervene in their lives even, to such severity that they become so sheltered and withdrawn. And a lot of times it ends in tragedy for the person that's in the spotlight, whether they're in politics, whether they're in entertainment, whatever their field.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it adds a realness to him, and it lets us know, above all, he's a man, and yes, he's black. He happens to be black, but he's still a man, and he's going to react just like any other man, because that's what he is. He's bound by certain rules. He's bound by certain regulations under the Constitution that he must abide by. We have to understand that. We can't break the rules, nor can he.
Right. Okay. I love that.
So we have to give the man a break. We got to give him a break. And above all, we have to give him our support.
Well, a lot of folks said that Elizabeth Hasselhoff today on The View said that we're giving him too much of a break.
Well,
she feels as though it's too much. And
then I tell you what, you tell her to run for office.
You
tell her to deal with BP. You tell her to fight the war.
Exactly. That there is too cute. Well, all right.
Then you can say he's getting too much of a break. When you've walked in his shoes, he bears the greatest burden, I think, of any person on earth today.
Okay. Yeah, I believe that as well.
Don't tell me he's getting too much of a break.
Exactly. Well, you know what? Well, you also have to look at the party affiliation as well. She's of a different party affiliation, and wasn't really happy that he won anyway. So everything is going to be rather critical and scrutinized.
Well, if you wait your turn, your candidate will one day get a shot, maybe. But wait your turn.
Exactly.
How long do we wait?
Well, that there is. Well, hell, as far as I was concerned, when they already had their turn. They had 2 terms of something when their candidate was in office, and so now our candidate, or at least mine, I can't speak for everyone. My candidate now has to go and play cleanup. From what your candidate has done, Ms. Hasselhoff, and all of those kinds of things. So it's really, 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 really something. Really it is. So that there's how I feel on that. Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, he's doing the best that he can with what he got, and I see his vision. A lot of folks don't see it. Yeah. So that there's that.
Well, thanks for dishing tea today, and I'll talk to you soon.
Well, yes, Mr. Anonymous Caller. Mm-hmm.
Have a good day.
Thanks, you too. Oh, my goodness. How the Anonymous Caller tickles me, child, so don't think I'm being shady with him. He just tickles me. Anonymous Caller. Mm-hmm. But like I said, and then he wanted to go serious on that particular route, and I'm going to talk to him about that later, because I wanted to also hear his point of views on the subjects the other subjects that were posted today. And he wanted to take the serious topics, and I wanted to make sure that we cover a vast variety of them. So don't be scared if you want to take the serious topics. That's cute. You can come in at 347-205-9183, because it's all relative, darling. It's all relative. Now, as I said, I'm doing a lot of things because I want to make sure that I introduce new music and bring these topics to life for you. So, did y'all watch the Monique show with the Marlon Jackson episode when Marlon was on there? And there was a singer that had them sickening boots on named Ndombi. And the song I'm about to play for you now is the song that she did on the show. And if you were watching that show, then you saw me dancing with her at the end of the show when she came down off the stage. That was me in the camel brown suit with the chocolate stripes. So listen to this song, honey. And again, this song is very relative to the topics that we're talking about, because just listen to the words. All right, honey. That's Mr. Darby, honey. Can't hardly wait. So, like I said, honey, the song it's relative with the topics today because, she said, I can't wait to, till I'm done fucking with you, So, taking that and being relevant to the show, is that the sentiment that a lot of folks have when, you're dealing with someone who may not be of size or may not be adequate in your definition. Is that something that you consider? Is it a burden? Is it a chore? What do you think about all that? Okay. For me, I don't necessarily see it as a burden or a chore. What it does for me, though, is I get tired of having to deal with the same bullshit over and over and over with it. Look, if we gonna do it, we gonna do it. If we ain't, we ain't. It doesn't. For me, I've never been a size queen per se. However, yes, do I admire looking at big old? Yes, I admire looking at them. I admire touching them and all of those kinds of things. However, it's not the end all be all because, quite frankly, I would prefer someone who is about average with girth than someone who is just, complete party package, honey, because no one considers this. As you get older, the body changes and carrying on. So how does folks deal with that? With the onset of Viagra and Cialis and Levitra and all these other different drugs, all these natural remedies, how do you feel when a person has to resort to those kinds of medicines and things? Particularly if they got the big old dick and they got the big old that and they got the this, how do you deal with that? How do you what is on the psyche of a person, particularly when you are the person who has been known by your genitalia. You've been known to be Mandingo. You've been known to be the Nubian warrior. You've been known to be the Greek god Adonis and carrying on. But yet, in your prowess and in all of your splendor, that has changed. And now you have to resort to this and that, and you're not on top of that game anymore. You're not the prize or the be-all. And then the new kids, the young kids done came up, And, hell, we all know, hell, I'm 40 years old now, so hell, the 17-year-old me, honey, can sit up there and pop one and keep on going. At 40, honey, I'll pop one, hell, it may be about 10 minutes now before I could do anything else. But have we overworked ourselves? Is that part of the reason? Because I know, y'all heard my story before, so I know I've done a lot with sexual activity. So did I wear myself out too early? Was that part of it or what? I mean, come on now. Does size matter? And when we talk about size, do we look at it from all these particular standpoints? I still not heard any response on the whole idea of a gay man being attracted to a woman. Now, for those who want to take the religious aspect of this question and want to take it that, that's what God intended and blase spleen and blase this, that, and the other, you've been delivered and all of that, I challenge you because, I said the word attraction. Okay, no one can help who they are attracted to. Okay, and attraction does not always mean lust or sex. Like as you heard with my story, yes, I was attracted to Miss Thing, honey, but I didn't know why I was attracted to her until I realized it was her strength and who she was, and a lot of me wanted to emulate her. So, yeah, so what does that mean, and why is it that we go through such turmoil over it, when it happens? Why is it that when we are faced with these particular kinds of challenges, it upsets the very core of us and shakes the foundations, I would love to hear someone's perspective on that, because mine is that it shakes us because it's something new, it's uncharted, and we didn't realize that it could happen because we've all been told, it ain't supposed to happen this way or that way. I mean, flip the script. For someone who is heteroattractional, all this time, all you know is I'm attracted to the opposite gender, but yet that one person comes along and just completely discombobulates you. You know what I'm saying? And throws you off your rocker. Let's look at those who are in prison. Okay? For those who end up, on the outside when they were with their ladies, they like them a certain size, curvy, hippie, maybe not all that big and this, that, and the other. But yet when they get into prison, they've developed an attraction for this big, muscular, do-I-diddy, steak daddy, And so then what happens? Because that attraction is still, it doesn't turn off. Attraction doesn't, it's not like a light switch where it turns on and off. Attraction just happens because it's innate. So what happens? Where is the psyche to all of that? What do you think? Or how is it that you govern yourselves when you're faced with that dilemma? Because I'm sure it's different for everybody. I know for me, as you heard, when I said it earlier, when I realized what it was about her, I was like, oh, okay, that's it. But I thought it was sexual energy because that's all we are taught, that, okay, if I'm attracted to a girl, then I'm supposed to want to fuck her. And that wasn't it, because I never desired to have sex with her. I just wanted to be around her and walk through the halls and stuff with her, carry her books and all that kind of jazz, as if I was liking her to be my girlfriend. But no. That wasn't it at all. As it came, but as I said, now later on, when I started to accept my masculinity and found that I can look at a woman sexually, but realized that it was more body parts. Now the lust is over the body parts. And though I'm looking at her sexually, it still didn't hit me that I want to have sex with her, because I'm imagining her body parts on the type of man that I want to have sex with. Ain't that, yeah. So it's still never her, but I can say that, the sexual look is still there until I realize that she's female, especially from a distance. Child, please. Yeah. So be that as it may. So that's why I wanted to hear your thoughts on it. But I see on those particular subjects, either everybody's scared to talk or they just wanted to hear me. And I find that to be very interesting. Very, 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 very interesting. So with that, let me recap everything from earlier as far as the announcements with Sherelle and Alexander O'Neill. They're going to be live on Father's Day this coming Sunday. They're going to be at Hairston's Dinner Club, which is at 1273 Hairston Road up in Stone Mountain. The doors open at 5. The show starts at 7. And so tickets are $25 in advance, and they're going to be $30 at the door. And they're taping a live DVD presentation for you. So that's going to be fun. Fun, fun, fun. Next week, I will not be on the air unless plans change. I'm going to be in Greensboro, South Carolina. I'm in a play, Soul Kitten Supper Club. And if you look on the Facebook page on the Soul Kitten Cabaret, it's Soul Kitten Cabaret. If you look on the Facebook page on there, you see that show is going to be starring Fantasia and Faith Evans and Nikki Gilbert from Brownstone. And I am going to be in that show with them as well. So we're going to be in Greensboro, South Carolina, next Wednesday. And that show, too, is taping a DVD. So we're going to encourage you to come on out. if you're in the Greensboro area, and have a good time. Have a really, 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 really good time. Also, special guest on the show is going to be the infamous Kelly Price. So I want you to come on down and get your musical chops together and come have some fun with us, okay? Also, when I come back, we're going to take and celebrate Black Music Month, and I'm going to have some very new artists that I want to introduce you to, and also I'll have Sherelle coming soon. So there's going to be a special edition show coming up real soon, so we can get Sherelle in. And hopefully I can get Alexander with her. And we'll talk about then what's been going on in their lives. And Ashford and Simpson are not the only married couple, honey, that's in the music entertainment industry, you know, that's doing duets and things together. So we're going to talk with them coming up very, very soon. So with that, my darlings, let me say good day to all of you. I do have to get up from here. Y'all know I do the show with no clothes on. So now I got to go shower and get dressed because I got to go make donuts today. So with that, my darlings, I bid you all a wonderful, wonderful week. And until we see each other again, I'm going to take us out with Miss Natalie Cole, honey, living for love.